Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome to this week's Astrology by Transit. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you've all managed to get through the last couple of weeks of some pretty spectacular astrology, if I do say so myself. This week is going to bring a bit of a shift in pace. There's more directness to the energy, and we're here over this past few weeks where we felt reflective. This week begins to stir movement in us. You may feel more decisive, more willing to speak up, less tolerant of emotional confusion, and there's a lot of clarity moving into action. As momentum builds during the week, the energy this week supports the initiative, that Aries energy sparking into life. You may feel ready to start something new, to end something, or to finally say what you've been holding back on. There's courage available if you just reach for it, but you must be conscious. Avoid those impulsive actions and reactions that we can sometimes get with the Aries energy, and choose a more grounded action instead. So generally, the emotional undercurrent of the week is even stronger movement, but there's still going to be a little bit of that sensitivity that is still in Pisces present. This is not about becoming harsh, it's about becoming honest. Ask yourself, am I reacting or am I responding? There's power in that pause if you just allow yourself to pause before you act. Midweek brings an opportunity for personal empowerment, a moment when you realise that you don't need validation outside of yourself, and you don't need validation to move forward. Just trust that. So a bit of practical guidance for the week is to be direct but kind. Act but don't rush. Choose long-term alignment over short-term relief. So let's just quickly run through the transits of the week and the general feel of the day. So today, as I'm recording this, Sunday the 8th of March, Venus meets Saturn in Aries. Ask yourself, where have you been giving and not meeting your own needs? Saturn in Aries reminds you to think about your own needs, to have that structure around what it is that you need. Then as we move gently into the week, Monday the 9th, Mercury is still retrograde in Pisces, but it's making a beautiful trine to Jupiter, who is still retrograde in Cancer. So this is going to have like a bit of a nostalgic feel to the day, a bit of a blast from the past type of energy. And I must admit, I've been feeling a little bit of this myself over the last couple of weeks. Then as we get to Tuesday the 10th, Venus moves into Aries, sextiling Pluto in Aquarius. This means that there's going to be courage and connection in groups that's going to be available to us. It's quite a nice supporting aspect. And then as we move into Wednesday, the middle of the week on the 11th, an aspect transit that I have been waiting for, Jupiter stations direct in Cancer at 15 degrees. This can be intense and emotional, but hopefully in a positive way. And after being retrograde since sometime last year, Jupiter is finally going to station direct again. Then on Thursday, the 12th of March, Jupiter will turn direct in Cancer, bringing some relief and with that movement forward. So all of those gifts that Jupiter can sometimes bring will now become more apparent externally, where we've had that retrograde internal feeling over the last few months. And then as we move into Friday the 13th of March, Mars meets the North Node in Pisces. So this is where ambition and purpose combine. So it's worth checking where Pisces falls in your chart to see where this ambition and purpose come together. And then Saturday the 14th, the moon moves into Aquarius. So if we can just close up with a bit of a mini reflection. If you just close your eyes for a moment and just take a deep breath in and out. Where in your life are you ready to move? Now ask yourself, can I move with calm confidence and let that steadiness guide you? Take that steadiness and let it guide you throughout the week. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you all next week. Have a lovely week. Lots of love.